Hey, welcome to Backyard Bows. I'm Brandon, and today we're gonna look at the Summit Pro harness. So I'll be the first to say it. I can't stand a harness. It's the one piece of gear that I just don't look forward to putting on. Sometimes you're almost even deterred to wearing one, okay? We've all thought it, all right? But it only takes one time for you to potentially fall out of a tree and realize how fast things can happen and go wrong before you come to those terms that this is not an optional piece of gear. So with it not being optional, it's something that's kind of a pain in the ass. You want to find something that is comfortable, convenient, and when you're my size, teetering 240, you want to find something that's durable. So I think with the Summit Pro harness, I think you get all three plus some, okay? So I'll explain that in a second. Gets up to 300 pounds. So you got 5 pounds of additional weight, and it goes up to 300 pound capacity. I'm 240, I don't even want to be teetering the capacity line. So that's nice to start. Really solid and durable, and once you get this thing out of the box, you realize, man, this thing is very well constructed. I have no doubt in my mind if I was to fall out of a tree, this thing would do its trick, okay? So 2, comfortable. When you put this thing on, it fits like a glove. A huge variety of sizes. You have a medium and a large, and then you can adjust it in multiple different straps. There's 2 things that I like about it the most. One, these straps are more comfortable than any pack I've ever felt, okay? They are the most comfortable shoulder straps you can get, and if you do an all-day sit, you'll realize the last thing you want is for you to start getting uncomfortable, okay? Start twitching, start moving. This thing fits like a glove. All right, the other part that's my favorite with comfortability is these straps on the side, okay? They're nylon, they adjust, they really fit you really nice and tight, but they're not, asphyxiating you. It doesn't, I don't like something really, really tight on me, which you usually have to get a harness nice and tight. I want a little bit of movement, and I love that these adjust. So then you go to convenience. Man, you can put this thing on in a matter of seconds. Throw it on like a backpack, start at the top. You got one buckle, waist buckle, then you got each leg, and you're done. And if you have it set to your body type, you don't have to make any adjustments. This thing fits perfectly. Sometimes I forget that it's on. It's so comfortable. So then you have a couple bonus features that come with the harness. You have your linesman rope and you have your safety rope. You have 2 carabiners and you have no additional cost for any of that. I like that too. Everything in one, everything that you need to get up a tree. Then you have 2 other features that I think are just bonuses, okay? You have this MOLLE system, which is kind of a military style attachment system, and you don't just have it in one spot, you have it in 3. So you have it on both sides of your shoulders, and then you have it on your mid-waist belt, and then in the back, you have an absolute ton that stretch across the back where you can attach accessories, different pouches, anything that you want. It's just so convenient. And it's on there as secure as you can get. So every part of this harness is very high quality made. Okay, so this is my second one. The first one, I did start rubbing out a little bit on the inside of the straps, okay? Nothing to make me want to repurchase a one, but this material that's on here is a little bit thin, and that does seem to want to wear a little bit. I would just keep repurchasing it if I felt like I needed to. It's so comfortable. Comfortability to me is the most important part. Convenience to me is honestly equally as important, and then I just want to make sure that my big body's not going to hit the ground when I fall out of a tree if I do. So you got a tether also. It's on the shorter side of tethers, okay? So I had a money harness. It was a little bit longer, and it doesn't give as much. That's like the one thing that I wish that they might have changed just a hair. A little bit longer, does have a little bit more give to it. This one's a little bit shorter, and you got to get in that perfect right position. But as you know, sometimes in a tree, you kind of have to Mad Lib things, and having that little bit of extra length on your tether sometimes is nice. So something else that I love this harness, and it's so durable, is you have these 2 loops on your belt, okay? And this is for your lineman rope. You can hook your carabiners on here. You can run that rope behind you, and you can actually use these to kind of help you drag a deer if you need to. Sometimes the position of a deer, the hill that you're dragging, if you're by yourself, it just gets awkward. Sometimes your arms need a break. Hooking that on here, throwing it behind you, running it through some antlers or around the neck of a doe, you can actually use this to kind of drag a deer out, and I'm not gonna lie, sometimes that saved me. Let's talk about these buckles. They are so simple, but also so safe. So you have those 2 ears on the side, you pinch, You pop it out, you can put it back in, it clicks, it's as solid as you can get. I love that. Like I said, I can put this thing on in a matter of moments. You don't have to run any straps through. You don't have to tighten them down every time. Find your adjustment. Everything's already set to you. Pop them out, pop them in, you can get them as tight as you want, okay? Something else, you got this safety rope here. One other thing that I always like to do is after I hook my rope onto the tree, before, when you hook your tether on, you get this as solid as you get. Something I like to do is this knot down here at the bottom, I will run it up to the top and make another knot so that this isn't sliding past it and down. But that's something that I've always done, just another little safety tip. These harnesses are your lifeline. So for $89, I don't think you can find a better made harness with as many features as this one for the price. I think the Summit Pro harness to me is the most comfortable, the most convenient, and the most durable harness on the market. I think it's well worth it. Check the links below, try one out for yourself. I know that you will love the way this thing fits. Hey, thanks for watching. If you haven't already, hit that like button, leave us a comment. I love interaction. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. We have so much more to come. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook for updates of anything else that we're gonna review. If there's something that you're interested in, hit those links below and check them out. And make sure, no matter what your setup is, what bow you're shooting, get your reps in on the daily. We'll see you next week.